Hey, what's up, Rubits? Oh my gosh. Hello, hey, it's nice to see you here. Wow, look who it is. Hey. Oh, my name's Little Big Robots. That's my legal name. It says on my birth certificate. This is my toy channel. Today I'm going to be talking more about the two remaining, or well, two more of the series 2 or 3 of the McFarlane Mirrorverse toy line. If you don't know, McFarlane is Todd McFarlane, the comic book artist turned toy maker, famous guy who made Spawn, and he started a toy company, blah, blah, blah. These are some toys that are based on an app made by Kabam, a game company. You can get it on the App Store, you can get it on the Play Store, and it's called Disney Mirrorverse. The characters are essentially Disney characters, but kind of reimagined, and they have different roles. So like they have a healer, they have a ranged unit, they have a tank. You form a squad of 3, you fight the bad guys. Go check it out. It's actually super fun to play. It's easy to play, hard to master, kind of one of those kind of games. It's really, really cool. It also looks really, really nice. So if you have a phone and you want to kind of challenge it a little bit, run this thing, it looks fantastic. Today I'm talking about 2. This guy, I went ahead and set him down because I didn't want him. I'm going to be knocking this around, and he's he's standing. And that is, of course, Maleficent, her reimagined character, and Captain Hook, who is melee, which makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. First, let's check out Maleficent. She looks actually really, really nice. Really nice. This part here, you see how she's got this flowing cape? That's in a part that attaches, which I thought was a nice little design. McFarlane will surprise you. Sometimes McFarlane does figs, and you're like, McFarlane's hit or miss. I should say they're almost always well designed, but their paint job is not always there because they save some money on that point. I'm sure that's how they save a bit of money, is the paint job. But I don't mind because they're easy to customize if you want to do that. But even with that, as kind of a centerpiece, if you're a Maleficent fan or whatever, she looks fantastic. Look at her armor, her staff. So this part attaches, this flowing cape part, and then she can stand. That to me is worth the cost, period. We got these on Amazon. We ordered the entire series. I'll put probably the playlist, or just, you can also search my channel for all the other Mirrorverse figures, and you'll see all of these. I've been really impressed. They're not all super amazing. Like Baloo's okay, but almost all of them have, because they've reimagined a Disney character, they have something you've never seen before, ever, even though it's familiar. So if you're into Disney and just like, if you maybe like a person who collects Disney stuff, this stuff is really neat because it's something they had never seen before. If they had never played the game, they can try the game out and stuff like that. But even without that, the figures are just really, really good. Maleficent is a ranged character, which makes sense. Captain Hook here is melee. They're going to have, some will have more articulation than others. For example, I just did Baymax. I just looked at Baymax. Baymax is a big, huge balloon with tiny legs. So, of course, he's not as articulated as someone like a... I'm trying to think of one that's really articulated. But, what's her name from Frozen? No, the one with the pan. Anna? She has a pan for a weapon. She's like a normal human, so she has a normal articulation you would expect. He is as well, but he has this great flowing cape, shirt, overcoat. So he has some. Let's see how we can get out here. Man, look at that. So he has some pretty, he even has toe crunch and everything. That toe crunch I'm not a fan of as much because it can mess with you, but I bet that'll allow him to stand pretty. Anyway, he has some holes on the bottom, so if you want to try and fit him on a stand, the legs and the arms do the usual stuff. So you can get him in a really cool pose. And again, if you know somebody, or if you have somebody, or if you yourself are a fan of like Disney, but you want something that's kind of like a centerpiece piece, a lot of these Mirrorverse figures are fantastic because they're completely unique to this world, this like multiverse world or whatever you call it. His hat, does it come off? No, his hat does not come off. The sword comes out pretty easily. So you can see the sword. Let me see if I can do the old YouTuber thing and let you see that. It's a pretty cool looking sword. He's got the, if you notice what's on his shoulder there, He's got a crocodile head and the crocodile waistcoat thing going on. So really, really cool. Of course, I'm really blown away by her. I think here I have my lights on, so you can't really tell. But with the lights off, a lot of my, if you have some of these LEDs, you can get for $40 on Amazon, get a whole string of them. They last for years. You can get them to do a lot of more of blacklight type stuff. And on someone like her, you put her in a color like that, and the colors will really, really pop. So blown away by the second series as well. They're a vinyl toy. They're not hard plastic, so if they take a fall off the shelf, because I know that's my concern that a lot of toy owners have, they'll take that fall. But this I'm just blown away by because she has a solid base, but this has a softness to it, but also a rigidity that allows her just to stand. I don't have to worry about her falling. Look at that. I can do that anywhere. I'm so sick of figures that don't stand up that well, or that you have to be careful around. I want something you can do this with, even if it has to have a little thing or whatever. But anyway, fantastic figures. I just can't talk well enough about this one. Her armor, I've never seen anything like. It's kind of like her original horns. It feels like the horns grew down and formed the armor or something like that. She just has a really, really cool dragon look to her as well, which makes sense. So, and her head should turn. I don't think she has a bend in her waist. Oh, she does have a little bit of a bend in her waist. Look at that. So she can look down a little bit. But you don't need her to be super posable. After all, she is just kind of supposed to stand there and look badass. So, not bad at all. Let's say goodbye. Hey, enjoy. Have a good time.